What's going on, guys? Let's start to review the film from last week. Uh, the theme that's going to be repeated over and over is mechanics. Mechanics, mechanics, mechanics. I saw it on the field, and it really shows out on film. Too much walking, looking lackadaisical, not hustling, not making 90-degree turns, uh, being on the field doing kickoffs, not going to the goal line when we're within the 5-yard line. Things like that were very, very obvious and standing out. So those are the things I want to clean up this week. We can control how we hustle and how we look out there mechanically. Also, our film is being viewed by everybody. So every game that we get, if an observer thinks that we're a crew that's possibly qualifying for the playoffs, they can go to our huddle and look at that film or to YouTube. That is the direction that they're going. So we can't think that because we got a game center versus Lafayette that no one's going to pay attention. They are. So we need to be on every game regardless of the competition. So with that, let's start to review this film. In this first play to start the game, we can see Jerome, you're walking to your position. Would like for you to hustle to get all the way down to the 20. On this play, you can see Jerome, you come onto the field doing the kickoff and start wandering around. Let's not do that. Let's stay on the sideline like you were working the wing until the free kick has ended. This is an excellent play and great mechanics by both the line judge and the back judge as this play starts to go to the boundary towards out of bounds. See Nick coming down, hustling down to the spot, and we see Clinton crashing, both killing the clock. Great job, guys. On this play, have another example of some of the laziness. I want you to take a good look. I'm going to give somebody some credit here, who I don't usually. That's Damien. As the linesman, as this play goes, he hustles straight back down the line, out of bounds, hustles, squares in, and then gives a signal. So a great job by Damien here. Coming in. But if we let this play run, and then we see Nick casually strolling, looking lazy, let's not do that. Let's go on and hustle down and square in. Looks a lot better than just walking. So I highlight you here. You see you just walking in here, real lackadaisical, like you don't care, like you don't want to be there. That's what it looks like. Looks bad on film. You probably don't notice it in the game, but you can see it on film. If you watch the whole film, you can see that. And Nick's not the only one. Let's look at this umpire here as he goes to move back to position after spotting the ball. Again, way too lackadaisical, just walking Sunday stroll. Need to hustle back to the position, and let's get ready to go. All right, so here's the big screw up of the game by me. I was in excellent position, as you can see here. So we got this scrimmage kick, fourth down, got the punt, and as we can see, it is blocked by R. And after it is blocked, it goes into the end zone. So what forced the ball into the end zone was K. their own kick, force the ball into their own end zone. And as you can see, I look great. I'm hustling. I'm getting back to the end line so I can see everything that's going on. And I see that player gather possession when he's out of bounds, and then brain fart, wrong signal. I signal touchback when it should have been a safety. Dumbass referee. All right, here we have another play on a kickoff. Same thing again. Just want you to see that you continually doing it, Jerome, and do not want to do this. And see how horrible this looks. There's the kickoff. You wandering onto the field, uh, winding the clock up, way out here. I need you to stay over here on this sideline during the kicks, right? And you're wandering up here all in the middle of the field. You're doing some type of a punch. I don't know what that was or something here later. Uh, so let's stay on the sideline for the kickoff. All right, here's another example of the laziness during the play. Nick just wandering, walking up here, all lackadaisical, and does a little squiggly line walk on instead of going to the spot, squaring up and coming in. Uh, can't believe it, but Damien has gotten it now. Well, we used to have the problems with Damien, and Nick was great. Nick, brain fart this game. All right, this play with the 5 yard line going in, your first move should be to the goal line and then work your way back. As the ball is snapped, Damien, you're running backwards, wrong way. Go to the goal line and work your way back. So what we end up having happen here is the play does get to the goal line, and then Damien, you're late getting back. So you're signaling touchdown. You're not on the goal line, so you can't really see what happens. Let's get that corrected. All right. Here's the PAT right after that play. You can see this player here is going to come in and blow up the holder. Uh, First time I've ever seen this. So he comes right in. You got the holder sitting there, and boom, for no reason, 15-yarder. Great job, referee. Okay, picking on the same two guys again. Jerome, let's move up toward the line of scrimmage on the pass play. I did notice after I did this one, you were doing it later. And Nick, let's give a signal. Something, hand in the air, kill the clock, something. All right, this is a play where we're going to have this defensive back and this receiver. This is the one I screwed up too. Should have gave him the 15 yards on the kickoff, that option. But great job by Nick seeing this whole thing. Going to come up here, see these two players engage. You see the defender, when he's blocked, pulls down the offensive blocker. Nick gets caught up in the traffic. He does get his flag, but ideally, if you didn't get trapped up there, I'd like to see you hustle on down the field, down the sideline here, and get towards the end zone. But great job. Good get. This next play is a great example of when not to call hold. Watch these two players. They get engaged here on the right side of the line. The quarterback is clearly going to the left. This guy cannot make a play. Here behind the play, you have the wrestling, the takedown, and here comes the coach wanting to hold and not going to get it on that play. No impact on the play. Another good call here. Just wanted to let you know you got the wrong player. You told them it was number 3. Number 3 was the ball carriers with the yelling. It's number 5 there with the hold. Well, Nick, if you didn't get these big calls in front of you, I don't know if you ever get anything. These are great. All these calls are big. They show up on film. That's what I want to see. So right here, this guy gets decapitated by number 5 again. He loves to live on the edge. So let's watch him this week. Good get. All right, let's look at the punt mechanics here. Uh, Line judge Nick is supposed to release on the snap, hustle downfield with their first wave of players. Uh, Ball is snapped. Damien's supposed to release on the kick. He does. Damien sprints downfield. Nick is still walking. Damien even gets ahead of Nick. Nick's supposed to be walking and looking at those players covered. So let's get down there and make sure we get our coverage right so it looks horrible on film. All right, on this play, you're going to see the player at the top of the screen. I think it was number 3. Is going to come in, and while this guy's engaged in the block, comes up and blasts him in the back. Got the flag on him. Illegal block in the back. Coach is going ballistic saying, oh, he used the open hands. Doesn't matter if you block him in the back. Here we got a run-in play where the player's going out of bounds. And this is something that we need to be cognizant of on every play. I know I wasn't, but I started to get with it second half. And it looks like my back judge is on the same page with me. Got a player going out of bounds. And you see both of us start crashing to get to that spot. Like a long way to go, but we did it. We started to move. Let's try to get this going every play when the player's going out of bounds. Looks great. I would give praise where praise is due because this wasn't happening a few seasons ago. Got a play going down the sideline on Damien's side out of bounds. Hustles down to the goal line to help Clinton. Runners back is to Clinton so he can't see. Damien's helping him. Give that help. Incomplete pass. Good job, fellas. Just like the last play to show that it wasn't a fluke. See it again here on this play. Ball going towards the end zone on Damien's sideline. It is Damien hustling down the sideline and Clinton looking down the end line. See this play going. Incomplete. Got a player laying over here on the track. And good job, Clinton. Keep your eyes on those players, making sure nothing crazy happens. And that guy's over there dying of embarrassment on the track. Just showing this again. This one I did notice in the game was asking for a signal. Got a play coming over to Nick's sideline. There he is. Great position. It's where he's supposed to be. But then he just walks up, stands there. No signal, no nothing. This is a play where got players going out of bounds, still going at it. This group of players here is what we're watching. Nick gets it, and me, remember what I'm supposed to do here in the second half, bust my ass coming toward the sideline so I see the whole thing. I don't throw a flag because Nick already got one. I don't need a Me Too flag, but we got it. All right, here we have another scrimmage kick. This time, Nick remembers what he's supposed to do. Releases coming downfield with those initial wave of players. Good job. We got this K player coming up on R. The first question is this kick catch interference? If you look at the rule 656B. And then we got first touching by K. Should have had a beanbag on that so that we know that's what we're coming back to. This next play is one with great communication between me and Nick. We both had information. I had a forward pass. I mean, I had a pass. He had it going forward. I don't know if it was a backwards. So we got the laying on top of players. He throws the ball, it goes forward, and Nick had the ball going forward. I had a pass. We got together. Good job. Okay, on this play, we have the quarterback going out of bounds. I was looking through. Nick was looking at it. Neither one of us had a call, but looking back at it here, could this possibly have been a horse collar that we missed? It happened so fast in slow motion, it looks horrible. He got blown up over there. So I don't know if we missed one, but neither one of us called it, so I guess it was nothing. All right, so in conclusion, fellas, week one in the books, just need to clean up these fundamental mechanic things, and I think we're good to go. Uh, had a few calls that we did bad, only two that I had in the whole game. So other than that, let's just hustle, have a good game. And Damian is the man this week. All that hustle and everything usually is Damian that should mimic Nick. This week, I'm going to say it's Nick that should mimic Damian and get your hustle on. All right, gentlemen, look forward to seeing you Friday night. Let's do this.